Namaste and a beautiful afternoon to all of you beautiful astralites out there. Just a reminder for you guys to like, subscribe, and make sure you keep those push notifications turned on. Now without further ado, let's get baking. Hello once again, my beautiful astralites. Welcome to another sensational episode of Sensational Delights. I'm your host Astral, and if you hadn't noticed, got my hair cut, and believe it or not, I did it myself. Yay me! Anyway, I'm pretty stoked about today's episode because we are going to be making bite-sized cinnamon bites. Somewhere along those lines. You know the one where they have the Ben & Jerry ice cream cinnamon bite flavors? Well, we're making that outside of the ice cream, of course. So without further ado, let's get started. Oh, before we do get started, I should let you know that this is also a bonus. This doesn't involve an oven whatsoever, and I know it's been hot and gruesome outside, so if you're looking for something sweet, but at the same time you don't want to bake anything, this is the way to go. Now we can get started. So what we're going to do first is we're going to start with the cinnamon sugar. Now with this one, you're going to need either coconut sugar, and if you have a coconut allergy, you can always use brown sugar. And for those of you who are also allergic to cinnamon, you can use any spice, allspice, pumpkin, apple, somewhere along those lines. Because remember, in the last episode, I did say you guys could substitute ingredients. So just remember, you don't have to limit yourself when you're baking. Anyway, gonna do 1.5 teaspoons of brown sugar. Oh, sorry, 1.5 tablespoons of brown sugar. Break this apart a little bit. Get the half. And I took someone's advice of saying that I should lift up my camera so you guys can see most of what I'm doing at least. So you know who you are. I appreciate the advice and everything else you did for me. So thank you on that. I appreciate it. It's actually working for me. So thank you very much. And cinnamon, we are going to do 3/4. So just 3/1/4. I'm gonna do this over the bowl. Or actually, no, I can fit it in here. Never mind. So 3 of these. Alright. And you could just grab a spoon. You don't really need to do it all fancy smanchy. Kind of like stirring up your oatmeal a little bit. Oh, dust flying in my face here. Ooh, that smells really good. And you're just going to set that off to the side so we can get to the good stuff. And a quick nom note, before I get to that actually, this in the container is oats grounded up into oat flour, which is going to lead me into my nom note by saying, if your local store does not carry any oat flour whatsoever, you can always go for gluten-free. Well, at least I went for it because you guys should know me by now. I went for gluten-free rolled oats. And you want to go for rolled oats. Don't go for any of the other ones. Otherwise, it's not going to work as smoothly. And you're just going to mix it up in the blender for 20 seconds to a whole minute. I decided to put it on a minute just because it'd be a lot easier that way. But yeah, this looks pretty good. And fair warning, it will smell like Similac once you get a whiff of it. So just fair warning to that. And we're just gonna sift it. Oh, actually, 1 second. And I put 1 full cup of oat flour in here, but you're going to put half a cup. Just put a little bit more. There we go. Ooh, it's coming out really nice. Look at it sprinkle flour. I'm just kidding. Alright. So half a cup of oat flour and half a cup of almond flour. But honestly, I like using the cassava flour, that way I don't have to worry about, because I mainly do this as pretty much, I know people have allergies, especially when it comes to legumes and almonds and things of that nature, so that's why I do gluten-free flour, that way I don't have to really choose. But if you guys want to use almond flour, that's okay. This is mainly for the ones who, let's put a little bit there. This is mostly one for the people who have allergies. Because like I say, you shouldn't limit yourself while baking. There's always a choice to something, you guys. And if you notice that smoke, that's the powder flying in my face here. Alright. Next, you're gonna grab the 1/4 teaspoon. I'm just gonna clean this off a little bit. And you're going to do 2/8, I believe, of salt. Probably have to look it up later, but somewhere around there. You're just gonna use 2 1/4 teaspoons of salt. There we go. And half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. I almost overfilled it that time. Okay. 2 tablespoons of maple syrup. This is organic. And I gotta be careful with it because it is glass. And if the mix is too sticky, add some more flour. And if it's too dry, add some more syrup. I almost put a third in there. Oh, and before I forget, clean this off real quick. You're also gonna do 2 tablespoons. It says coconut oil, but then again, you know, I like to respect people who are watching this and they're baking, the ones who have allergies. I'm gonna use sunflower oil. So 2 tablespoons of that. go. And I believe that should be everything, which leads me to my precious here. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry if I spoofed you a little bit. And you're just gonna mix it on low until well blended. Okay? Ooh, that smells really good. Let's see how that goes. Ooh, that feels really nice, you guys. Yeah, it's too dry. And this is just what I'm going to do. I'm going to pour a little bit of the bottle. But if you want to still go by tablespoons, that's quite alright. I should mention I'm OCD, so I like to do things a certain way. So I'm going to turn it up an extra notch. And as I was mentioning in my last episode, egg substitutions, maple syrup is definitely a good way to go, so just keep that in mind. That should do it. Perfect. Okay. So, it should look something like that, you guys. It looks delicious. Alright, so now what we're going to do is you're going to get some plastic wrap and you're just going to set it on top. Oh, no, wait. Strike that. Reverse it. You're going to get the dough and you're going to divide it into 5 pieces. 5 parts. And then you're going to set them on your plastic wrap and you're just going to make sure that they're flattened out a bit. Be very careful not to over-roll it, otherwise you're going to risk breaking the dough. And if you made it this far, that's the last thing you'd want to do. And actually, I think I can get this out the way. So that way I have some more room for you guys. just lightly pat it if you need to. Actually, it's probably going to be easier if you use a spatula. Just to form it out on the sides here. Give it that rectangular shape. And it's not going to be a perfect rectangle for you guys. I mean, if it is, then you guys got mad skill. I kind of do not when it comes to messing with dough sometimes. But I got enough skill to run this show and make sure you guys have a healthy lifestyle. Or at least suggest one upon you guys. However you guys want to put it. Alright. Next, you're going to take 3/4 of the cinnamon sugar, sprinkle it on the flattened dough, and then you're going to roll it up vertically amongst the plastic wrap. And just roll this one up. And you're going to make sure it's packed in tight. Got the first one done. And now for the second. And in case I forgot to mention, you're going to roll it up vertically amongst the plastic wrap. Sometimes I forget things or I say them and yeah. And this is optional if you don't want to use the cinnamon sugar. If you like your stuff plain, then you can just leave this stuff out. Just gonna roll this up for you guys. Hello, amazing Astralites, one and all. Here's your fun fact of the day. Mercury and Venus are the only planets in our solar system with no moons. Now, astronomers say that the reason for this is because both planets are so close to the Sun and its center of gravity that there will be no need for either planet to contain its own moon, which means less weight to handle. This has been your fun fact of the day, and back to the show. Hey, Astralites, welcome back to the show. I hope you enjoyed that fun fact as much as I did. All I gotta say is science is cool. There's so many fun facts about it you don't even know. So, I'd like to apologize for the 30-minute wait, but they're done. Now we're just gonna unwrap it. Probably should have rolled it a different way, but that's okay. Alright. So it looks like they're gonna need a few extra minutes, Astralites. I apologize. So if you get the plastic, if they're not ready and you unwrap it and you get the plastic stuck in between, try not to worry. Just take it out of the plastic, do what you can. Try to put this one together here. Hopefully the second one turned out alright. And just sort of put it back in the freezer. No need to cry over spilled milk or anything. Mistakes happen while you're baking. Yeah. Honestly, I think this needed an hour or so, because for one thing, my freezer's not as powerful as you might think. This one is a pain and a half to wrap back up. Let's see how the other one did. Probably could have gone better. Alright, Astralites. I'm going to give it an extra 30 minutes. I apologize so much for this. First time this kind of error has happened to me. But so far I haven't stirred you wrong yet, so try to be patient with me. And if you like, just sort of try to get it sturdy like that. By Odin's beard, this will come out spectacular. Oh yeah. Now this is just a piece of it. Imagine how the rolls are gonna taste. I'll see you guys in 30 minutes. Hey Astralites, sorry about that extra 30 minutes, but on the bright side, the cinnamon rolls are done. And this is only the first part. Look how amazing those look. And this is the second log, which I'm about to cut up right now. And you just want to cut it vertically. And make sure you have a sharp knife because they are going to be frozen. The second one's actually coming out a lot better. And if they break apart, try not to worry too much about it. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. Look at that. I might try one that's already on the plate here. This one looks good. Mmm. Oh, yes. And you don't have to use this for just snack age. You can actually, if you wanted to, make a little trail mix out of it, add it to your bowl of cereal. The possibilities are endless about this one. So I highly recommend making these, especially on a hot day if you don't feel like baking. Go straight for this. It's really amazing. I'm gonna grab some milk actually. Ooh, that's good. Well, that's about all the time I have for this week, or today at least. I hope you guys enjoyed my first. This is actually my first no baking, so I hope you guys enjoyed that. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Sensational vibes only, and just keep those push notifications turned on and see what I'm up to next. Until next time, bye bye, loves.